And we're back in Crash Bandicoot. Today we are moving on to World 3, which honestly looks amazing, and I just realized something with the border of the boundary. Are we on like a floating piece of water? It looks like there's a cliff there, doesn't it? Anyways, on to Entropy's World 3, starting with Dynamite.
Well, haven't we gotten far for a pair of fuzzy marsupials? I am Dr. Nefarious Tropy, master of time and the creator of the very time twister machine you see before you. Uka Uka and Dr. Cortex have sent me to end this little charade, so you won't be leaving my area with the crystals. I swear it.
And that was our first look at Entropy, who I only have one question. Why is your sorry about that. Why is your skin blue? And if you remember last time, we unlocked the ability to double jump. Although spin high jumping is still technically faster, so we'll probably use that for the foreseeable future. And look at this, the ancestor of Crash, or a mimic. One of the two, you decide. And yes, we are back in the watery, magma-infested primordial time. Unless this is supposed to be like oil or something, or mud. And look at that, the yellow gem, which we can't get. Which means this probably is a stage we can't 100%. Oh well. Ooh, an egg, let's make an omelet. Or rather, let's say hello to our dinosaur friend. I wish I knew his name off the top of my head, but I don't. Now this dinosaur can jump incredibly high, walk through grass with no problem, and can just run into boxes to break them. So, yeah, nice little change of pace, nice little gimmick, but another reason why people complain because they're taking platforming out of the platforming game. In a sense. Alright, let's keep going. Giddy on, little dinosaur. You know what, if we don't know their name, let's name them together. So, if you have a name for our dinosaur friend, leave it down below. I'd love to hear what your ideas are. It could be as goofy or as straightforward as you want it to be. I will not complain. Well, why would I have to complain? It's a frickin' name. Bonus round. Please be fun, and I see a dinosaur. Well, technically I see a lot of dinosaurs, but you get what I mean. Alright, Super Body Slam. Yes, this is the only purpose of Super Body Slam. I kind of wished it served a better purpose, but it really doesn't. Just for breaking these boxes. What purpose could have been? Maybe a shockwave to hit multiple enemies at the same time? I mean, it kind of does that, but maybe more reliably. Maybe it stunned enemies. I don't know. Let's go with a better use of the super belly flop. Maybe the higher you drop it from, the bigger the area, so it can hit more people and work with double jump. I don't know. Let me know your ideas. I'd love to hear them. Alright, waterways to speed us up, because that's a thing. Hey, if we get the boxes this time, maybe we won't miss the gem. I still can't believe I did it. That was the very first time I've ever done something like that. That's not even a joke. That was the very first time. Oops, we missed it. The dinosaur got it first, though. Good teamwork. Nope, we couldn't get them all anyways. Would have missed it still, but... Noted, always on the right. And with that, another crystal is in our hands. On to level 12, Deep Trouble, which is another waterway. And in case you're wondering, I do know how to get the red gem here. It is entirely possible to do right now. I'm not going to do it. Because like I said, I don't know if I'm going for 100%. And if we are, well, it'd probably be good to get out of the way now. But if we're not, it's just an unnecessary hassle. So let's just get through the level. By blowing everything up. Of course, how else would you get through levels, right? Just blow up your problems. I'm sure somebody's philosophy is that. I know that's Ripperoo's philosophy. Just blow up your problems. Alright, we can just spin through that eel, we don't care. And get hit, again, we don't care, because there's, ooh, these. Okay, these are deadly and they've ended so many relic runs, it's not even funny. So if you ever want to do a relic one run, we're going to dodge that on purpose. That's right, now we definitely can't get the 100%. Haha! What was I saying? Oh yeah, when it comes to relic runs in this water stage in particular, you really want strategic use of Aku Aku. Nope, and we just got sucked in. Because although it looks like it's flowing water up, it apparently sucks you down. Yeah. Explain that one to me. There's the crystal. Let's get out of here, Crash. And more water. What's their purpose? Please, somebody let me know. Okay, this is where you get the red gem. You see, there's TNT there and a missing box here. This box is TNT to blow up that TNT and get you through. But you may notice there's no box here. Well, can you guess where the box is? I'll give you 3 guesses. Okay, give me your first guess now. You are wrong. Or right, I don't know. Guess number 2. You are also right and or wrong. Again, I wouldn't know. And finally, guess number 3. That's a good one, but you are once again right and wrong at the same time. How can you be both? Because I don't know what you're saying. I'm just going to assume you're both right and wrong. Easier than just, assuming you're right or wrong. Just say both. Alright, a little bit of precariousness here. Care will take the hit because this is the end of the level. And if you said right here, you are right. You're now supposed to backtrack all the way back to get the red gem. And the 100% gem. We're not doing that, we are moving on. It's always it's always the red gems, but it's not. That's the only annoying one. Alright, high time. Because we couldn't get enough of the Arabian level.
So, you pesky little rats aren't going to back off, eh? Just you continue to gather crystals and see what I do.
Sure. Whatever you say, Tropy. And in case you're wondering, I think he looked better back in the original PS1 version. And I was a little bit too anxious. Now, one thing I will say about Crash Bandicoot 3, of all the games I can recommend, and I believe other people have said this as well, you should, when it comes to Crash Bandicoot 1, playing the Insane Trilogy, is, recommended. Especially considering in the original game you have to beat the game without dying, or each level without dying to get gems, and saving's kind of a nightmare, so yeah, definitely play the Insane Trilogy version. Crash Bandicoot 2, I would recommend Insane Trilogy just because it doesn't change like anything except for, that's my bad, I wasn't paying attention. It doesn't change anything except add time trials and the running ability at the end, so technically it's a bonus if you want it to be, but you don't have to run, it's a button input. So yeah, but 3 is the only one I can safely say I would recommend playing both Insane and Original, just to get the original vibes. Believe it or not, yes, I'm saying it has vibes. Same with Spyro. Spyro, although I love the Reignited Trilogy, which I'm also playing on my channel currently, gotta cross-promote, I don't know why, but I've played the original trilogy, I've played the Reignited Trilogy all multiple times. And I gotta say, I think the original PS1 versions are better. Why? Honestly, the personality, if that makes sense. Like, don't get me wrong, they did a great job remaking it. I'm not complaining about that at all. But just I guess the vibe they wanted to go with Spyro just fit more of the PS1 era. If that makes sense. Like the graphics, like it felt like it suited what they were going for. I don't know, it's hard to explain. You know what? Best way to find or understand what I'm trying to say is to go play Spyro 1, the original version, and Spyro 1 Insane, Reignited version. Then maybe you'd understand what I'm saying. Or if you can't do that, maybe go watch somebody play Spyro 1 all the way through, and then watch me play Spyro 1 and see the difference for yourself. And I don't know, it feels like the personality is different. And in case you're wondering, down there was a death route. You gotta get there without dying to unlock it. And that's how you get this special gem here. But we're not trying for that, so we're just gonna keep going. And hope, emphasis on hope, that we can still get the gem. You know, it's funny, you feel like you should be able to jump down to those buildings, but you can't. Why? Because game limitation, obviously. But it would be cool to have a platformer where you could 3D platform, which is what I said about Crash Bandicoot 1. But what I mean by that is you could actually platform anywhere it looks like to get to the end of the stage. Clearly define a route, you know, like Crash Bandicoot, you have to get all the boxes. Can we blow up the monkey? I don't think we're going to do it. Nope. But it would be cool, like, in a game like this, you have to get all the boxes, but you can also go anywhere you want. Kind of like how, what was it? I know there was a YouTuber I watched who modded Mario Kart to take away out of bounds, and so you could drive anywhere you want to on the track. And it was actually really entertaining to watch. Hey, we got the gem. Bonus. And I just like the idea of, I guess the kind of like, what's it called? On the tip of my non-existent tongue, Sonic R. And that, it was a racing game, but you just had to hit the checkpoint. We did 13, yeah, on 14. And it counted. But you could take any route you wanted. Hey, another racing. Ignore the gem. Remember to ignore the gem. But yeah, that one, all you had to do was get to the end. It didn't matter what route you take, and it made it a quote-unquote broken game, but, I mean, if you know Sonic R, you know. The music was phenomenal, the gameplay, although a little bit broken, it just worked. And I would love a brand new Sonic R. I don't care if they remastered it, I don't care if they just completely rebuilt it, I don't care if a fan made a Sonic R type game. I would love it. Get out of the way. Yeah, sometimes they can do that. And in case you're wondering, that was a secret we just passed. A secret so hidden that I didn't even know about it till I was watching a max percent playthrough of this game. And I guess the bird flying into a sign was supposed to be the big hint, but we're in the middle of a race. Yeah, odds of noticing that, very slim. Or at least it was for me. I'm also the same machine that missed the Crash Bandicoot 2, you know, get no boxes to get this gem hint. So I might just be oblivious. Which is okay. How long can we hold this? Nope, you gotta drop it there. Careful. Gotta keep up the speed. The turning on this is horrible. Aren't bikes supposed to have like great turning? Okay, boost up, over, dodge you. Okay, we are in third place. We are now in second place. Go around the cop. By the way, I think those are fake cops, because if you notice on the signs, the sheriff is Cortex. So don't worry, we're not breaking the law. And now we just hold this until the end. See, you can hold these for a long time. I'm not going to because we're in first place and we want to win. Careful, careful, careful. That pothole's there for a reason, and we did it. See, you ignore the boxes, and you win no problem. Yeah, I would love if somebody did a fan-made Sonic R type racing game. I would absolutely love it. Mainly because of that, you have like Amy who had a vehicle, and I think she had a bonus for that. You had Eggman, we're on 15, right? Yes, we are. You had Eggman who, although he was a lot slower, I think he could like hover across water and he had like a, oh.
Well, you've crashed a few parties before, but I never expected you to make it this far. If you don't turn back, I will inflict 1,000 years of suffering on you and the entire universe.
Or was like, oh yeah, like Eggman, I think he was slower, he could go over water without losing speed, but he was still slower overall. But his whole thing was he had like a missile, so he could, hit the people in front of him. Kind of like having a red shell that would automatically lock on after a while. So it kind of like made him feel like, okay, you're slower, but you can slow down other people. It was really cool. And then you had, obviously Sonic was fast, Tails could fly, Knuckles could glide. And then what I love is you had all the, I would say quote-unquote mechanical versions of them, but obviously Metal Sonic is Metal Sonic. I don't remember if he has the exact same stats as Sonic or if he has his typical high acceleration stat, but it was cool. Then you had Mecha Knuckles, who again, I don't remember what his stats were. And then you had Puppet Tails, which honestly is the definition of nightmare fuel. And what I loved is they just slowly got replaced. So if you ever like played Sonic, but you unlock, Tails doll, it would always be Tails doll. You can no longer raise Tails. It was a nice feature to artificially create difficulty, because basically as you unlock characters, you're technically making the game harder, while at the same time unlocking everybody. It was just really cool, and again, the music is amazing. Eventually, I'll have to play Sonic R on my channel, but that's well within the future, when I eventually play every Sonic game. That's right, I'm calling it out right now, I will eventually play every Sonic game on my channel, as well as Mega Man. Well, I say Mega Man, but there's two series, or franchises of Mega Man, whatever you would call them, that I'm not going to play. One is Voltnut, and honestly, who likes Voltnut? If you do, cool, more power to you. I do not. And then, Star Force, or whatever it's called. Whoops, that's bad. Do we reset, or can we get these still? I think we can still get them if we glitch double jump. Let's try. Okay, can we get this last one? It's gonna be close. Hey, we got it. Power of the glitch high jump, which is definitely what I'm calling it. Although it is intended and it's still in the game, so yeah, call it whatever you want. I'm gonna call it the glitch high jump. But yeah, I'll play Mega Man, 1 through 11, plus maybe a couple of the extras. Because I think he has like a boss rush mode, or game in particular. You can also like play as bass, which I think is cool. And then I'm going to play X, my favorite series by the way. I love Mega Man X. Not a fan of 7, then again, I don't think anybody was. Props for them for trying something different, but it was not good. The 2D was alright, but the 3D, horrible. As well as it had some annoying boss battles because of the 3D. Cool level designs, still a great game. I kind of enjoyed having a new character in form of Axel, but it was a little out of left field if you think about it, because in Mega Man X1, you still had Mega Man and Zero, and then it kind of stayed there, and then all of a sudden in 7, they're like, hey, by the way, here's Axel, because Mega Man wanted to retire. Not complaining, it's cool having more characters, just wish they did it more often. And would you look at that, it's time for Entropy, a boss I actually still die to on occasion. Let's see what happens.
You little vermin are way too stupid to understand what you're getting yourselves into. This time, you've done it.
I love this boss fight. It's one of the few boss fights I actively go back and do repeatedly. All in Crash Bandicoot 3, oddly enough. It's this one and the next one that I do. Actually, next two. Basically, World 3, 4, and 5, I constantly go back to fight the bosses. Okay, red clock, you jump over it, and then you drop over... Drop? Yeah. Drop over. Jump over those energy beams. Then he decides to, hey, let me create a complicated path for you while I recharge. And then I'm just going to time warp. Yes, he's time warping over to the other side. The aesthetic has changed, and he's reset the area. Blue you duck, red you jump. Remember that, blue duck, red jump. Alright, dodge these energy beams. Which, I love this boss fight, I really do. I love the aesthetic, I love the idea. I love it. I also love his power set. He's using his tuning fork as a couple different types of weapons. He's manipulating the platforms. He's trying to mix it up. Although in the original game it was harder to tell. Alright, jump. And completely screwed up. I went for the double jump and screwed up. And I do think, don't quote me on this, but I think speedrunners can actually jump over there without using the platforming. I think it's using the glitch double jump, which I just used. And yes, the pattern is different every time. That's right. Every time you fight Entropy, it might be a little bit different. Of course, there's only so many random patterns you could do, but just a nice little feature. Although I guess Tiny had different tiger or lion patterns. I think the only predictable one is Dingodile. Alright, complicated, but we get it. And yes, if you don't get... And I fell. Not a great showing. Okay, I'm gonna try this real quick. Okay, I should probably jump over that one first. I'm gonna see if I can actually jump over there. Can we? Let's find out together. Okay. Almost. You might be able to do that. I'm gonna do it legitimately, sorry. But I wanted to try. If I got a little bit more height, I probably would have. Double jump, that's why we have it. That's right. Dingodile gave you double jump exclusively for entropy. Alright, we got the square pattern. Nice and easy. Time warp back over. Focus, crash. Let's get this done. And double jump. And duck. Now we dodge the energy. Double jump. Double jump. Luckily he doesn't fire these off too fast and he has to wait until it completes. Alright, what pattern do we get? That's a little bit annoying. But we make it. And hit him. Thank you. That was really bad. Okay, final try. Okay, up. Down. And then up again. Let's not screw this up. Up, up, up. Up. I'm sure there's perfect timing for this, but I don't care to learn it. These beam patterns, by the way, are always the same. Okay, a nice simple one. And Entropy, you are done. One of my personal favorite bosses. Not my all-time favorite, but a personal favorite. He time warps out there, and now we have the Death Tornado Spin. Ooh, that's a lovely name. And now, guess what? We can no longer glitch high jump. And you're about to see why.
Insignificant morons! By defeating Entropy, you have placed us all in grave danger!
Crash, Coco, you must realize that this time twister machine is very delicate. Without Dr. Entropy's constant care and control, who knows what it will do?
You know what I love? You can actually see Cortex, give up. He is so done. He's tired, okay, attempt number 3, but after this I'm done. So now we have this Death Tornado Spin, which allows us to do this. That's right, spin like crazy. Which also means we can't do that anymore because it messes it up. But you might be asking, what's the purpose of that besides spinning like a top? Well, if you double jump, you hover. That's right, Crash can now hover. Next up, World 4. Well, that was a lot of fun, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed playing. And if you did, please consider hitting the like button and impacting the subscribe button. It'll help out in the long run. With all that being said, this has been The Mechanist, logging off. Until next time.